people of the internet. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Before we get started with tonight's spooky content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And if you have your own spooky, scary, unsettling story that you would like to share with me to read in a future video, make sure to email this email right here, which you can also find in the description down below, as well as my social medias if you would like to give me a follow on there. Tonight's creepy Reddit thread is brought to you by Ask Reddit, and the question is, what are some serial killer facts or fact about serial killers that you find extremely interesting? I thought this would be interesting, especially since my last video was on a serial killer, so let's dive in. When police eventually came to the house of Ed Gein, they found an absolute pigsty. Gein had been living alone since the death of his brother in a barn fire, and it's speculated that Gein may have killed him, and he had let much of the house go to despair. They found countless body parts from his various grave-digging excursions, including a bag of wilted women body parts, and of course, the infamous skin lampshade and half-finished woman's suit made of human skin. There were maggots living in old dishes in the kitchen. It was the type of disorganized mess that you would expect from a man who spent most of his nights completely disconnected from reality. All except one room. His mother's room upstairs remained pristine except for dust that had collected and seemingly untouched from the time of her death years earlier. He had such a fear or respect for his mother that he was afraid to set foot in her room long after she had died. He claimed to hear her voice criticizing him from time to time. This was the central experience that inspired Norman Bates' character to maintain his mother's home image in Psycho. Also, a fun fact about Gein, and Taxi driver Travis Bickle makes an offhand comment when leaving a diner that he had a cup of coffee and a slice of apple pie with cheese on top in exchange for details to investigators after his capture. Gein requested the same meal. Pee Wee Gaskins, the most prolific killer in South Carolina, drove around in hers with a bumper sticker that read, "I haul dead people." He told people that he needed it to take bodies of people he killed to his private cemetery. He claimed to have killed between 100 to 110 people. I do not know who Pee Wee Gaskins is. I feel like I'm gonna discover a lot of new true crime people that I did not know before. In the John Wayne Gacy case, there were so many bodies crammed underneath the house that the bodies melted together, and the bones had to be sorted for more than 2 years to put together the full skeletons. Somebody commented, piggybacking off of this, apparently one of the ways he would de-escalate a police search for his victims was by calling into the police station anonymously and reporting a fake sighting of a victim. This led the police to believe that the victims had not, in fact, been missing, but instead had been a runaway, thus deprioritizing their search. The book, in case any of you guys are interested, is called Defending a Monster by Sam L. Amaranti. It's literally written by his, that was John Wayne Gacy's lawyer, and this was everything that John Wayne Gacy told him, so I will be purchasing that book for sure. It sounds very interesting. Jeffrey Dahmer gave the people in his apartment building sandwiches that could have possibly been made from his victims. I could throw up anytime I hear this fact. And somebody commented, I went to Marquette University in Milwaukee, not far from Dahmer's apartment building. When the news broke, my boyfriend at the time was riding lady was freaking out and crying uncontrollably. She lived in the building, and he apparently hosted cookouts regularly. I always think about the PTSD the first cop to open the refrigerator must have. Another person has a Dahmer fact and says Jeffrey Dahmer, towards the end, right before he got caught, had so many bodies in his apartment that he ran out of room and stored one victim in his bathtub. He proceeded to shower over him every day for a month. Think about that. Straddling over a rotten corpse to get fresh and clean for the day. Unreal. The serial killer, Bellicus, liked to pickle people in barrels stored in his basement. Someone figured it out, but they couldn't get him because he was fighting in World War I. By the time they tracked him down, he had disappeared and left a dead guy in his hospital bed. He supposedly joined the French Foreign Legion and deserted that too, and I think history loses track of him after that, with the exception of one possible sighting as a janitor in New York. The janitor disappeared before anyone could confirm it. I believe the only reason they found the barrels was because they believed he was storing gas, and there was a massive shortage on it at the time. Bella was away at war, so they broke in his garage to find the barrels. Only they didn't find the gasoline. I have a family member who briefly dated this guy. John Edwards, an American serial killer, conman, embezzler, kidnapper, and forger who was found guilty in 2003 for 3 murders committed in and around Kansas City, receiving the death penalty for 2 of them, and in 2005 he admitted responsibility for 5 homicides in Missouri as part of a plea bargain to receive multiple life sentences without a parole and avoid more death sentences. Because he made contact with most of his post-1993 victims via online chat rooms. Robinson is sometimes referred to as the internet's first serial killer. They hyperlinked his Wikipedia page, and that's what I was reading. So, they have a family member who was dating that guy, and she almost but not quite fit the profile for one of his victims. One time when he picked her up, her adult son was visiting the house, met him, and shook his hand. He ghosted her after that. Also, my mom was living in a mobile home park in Wichita during B2K's killing spree. My dad was deployed overseas. They had a big German Shepherd who she would put outside for a little bit every night before going to sleep, and said for a while she had to bring him in early because he would just go crazy barking, growling, and snarling every night. Shortly after he stopped doing that, there was a B2K murder not too far from the mobile home park. Scary stuff. Some older homes in Wichita have a second landline installed by the door because he was notorious for cutting phone lines. People would come home and check the line by the door, and then the other line, just to reassure themselves. The Golden State Killer would often break into the homes of couples, making the woman tie up the man. He would stack dishes on the back of the man and threaten that if he heard the dishes fall, he would kill everyone in the house. And then he would do horrible things to the women or the woman repeatedly and ransack the house for hours. At a community meeting about this, a macho man stood up and went on a rant about how a real man would never let such a thing happen to him or his wife. That's when the Golden State Killer proceeded to attack that man and his wife soon after, meaning he was attending the community meeting about himself. Whenever I read about the B2K killer waiting for one of his this person says, I find it interesting that apparently the BTK killer installed alarms at several people's houses because of their fear of the BTK killer. Torrential Vargas killed and ate at least 10 people. Who the fuck is this? Who is this? He only ate men because he said their meat tasted better than women. He also wouldn't eat fat people because he thought they contained too much cholesterol. The next person says, I'm surprised we don't hear more about Robert Hansen in popular culture. He would kidnap women and turn them loose in the Alaskan wilderness, where he would then hunt them down like animals and kill them. He didn't have the highest number of victims, but his method of hunting them for sport is absolutely insane. I have never heard of this man. Matt Gray Edwards. He was a serial killer who worked for Caltrans. He'd kill his victims and then bury the bodies in places he would later help build the highways over. Not all his victims have been found, and many are very likely still under some of the California highways you may have driven over countless times. Jack the Ripper always cut the throats of his victims in a way that stops blood from getting on his clothes. So does that just mean behind them? In the 70s, there was a serial killer who was known for killing women and doing horrible things to them. He went on a dating show, and the woman ended up choosing him, but luckily she canceled the date just before. You can find a video on YouTube, it's really creepy, and somebody commented his name was Rodney Alcala. Another BTK one, Dennis Rader, also known as BTK, bind, torture, kill, started communicating with the police after years of silence in 2004-ish. He had gone decades without being caught, and once again started sending taunting letters and items to them. He asked if he could be traced if he sent them his writings on a floppy disk, and they assured him through a communication in a newspaper that no, they couldn't trace him. He sent them a floppy disk, and they found metadata linking to his church. He was arrested shortly thereafter. He was hurt that they would lie to him because he thought they had developed a relationship. You traced my location even though I asked you not to. Like, bitch, what the fuck did you think this was? Like, you are a murderer. Brazilian serial killer Little Petey murdered 40 people in prison. He began by murdering the gang that killed his girlfriend and then stabbing his father, who was in prison for killing his mother during a visit. He was well liked because he was considered a sort of vigilante avenger despite killing indiscriminately within prison. No difference between drug possession and a murder. Because of Brazil's odd sentencing laws, he could only serve a maximum of 30 years and is currently a YouTuber and ranch hand. I'm about to watch this man's videos or look him up tonight. Many years ago, I read the entire police report on the Green River Killer. I was fascinated by his attempts to cover his tracks by buying new car tires and destroyed shoes and getting new ones after murders to avoid leaving traceable tracks behind. Also fascinating that he took the jewelry off of his victims and left it in the ladies' restroom at his workplace and got off on seeing the found jewelry on various women around the office. Edmund Kemper, also known as the co-ed killer, committed a series of murders and other horrible things to women in California before finally killing his abusive mother, at which point he drove to Arizona, called the police, confessed to everything, and waited for them to pick him up at the payphone. He provided intimate details of the case before he could get representation, so there is no way out of being found guilty for his crimes. In court, a lawyer asked him what he felt was a just punishment for what he'd done. He thought about it and replied, death by torture. To this day, he declines to attend all hearings, and he has repeatedly asserted that people like him do not belong in society. My grandfather was a social worker that managed Ed Gain, the butcher of Plainfield, when he was at Winnebago Mental Hospital, or Winnebago Mental Health Institute. He told us that Ed was one of the sweetest old men that he'd ever talked to. Really nice guy. Liked to ask about how the workers' families were doing. It's not the strangest thing on this thread, but for me it's eerie how he could go from sweet old man to a man who made furniture from human skin and body parts. Still weirds me out to this day. Many victims did survive David Parker Ray, the toy box killer, but did not remember it, as he would kidnap victims, use them as sex slaves for a few months, drug them, and clean them thoroughly before dropping them off unconscious on the side of the road, hundreds of miles away. Only some women picked up by him were killed, still more than enough to be classified as a serial killer. Jeffrey Dahmer was neglected by his parents in childhood and hadn't seen his mother for 10 years prior to incarceration. At sentencing, his father and stepmother asked for 10 minutes to say goodbye and hug. His father often visited him in prison, and he had weekly phone calls with his mother. Despite the heinous crimes, they seemed to still have some kind of unconditional love. It makes all of the stories I hear about estrangement seem to have a different, strange perspective. Dahmer's father wrote an autobiography, some heartbreaking shit when you love your son, but he's Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't recall which one it was, but I remember hearing that there was a killer who would go into the home if the front door was unlocked, because otherwise he didn't feel welcome. Lock your doors, people. Issei Sakwa, a cannibal who was caught in France and insane. However, after going to a mental asylum in Japan, they declared him as being sane, and he checked out straight after. He's still free to this day, if I remember correctly, and in interviews, he has stated that he may kill and eat human flesh again. While I was watching the interviews, I felt beyond unsettled. Really doesn't make me feel better that he's still out there. Mark Brandon Reed, also known as Chopper, was a renowned killer in Australia. However, he only targeted drug dealers and people who made attempts on his life. When he got old, he was told he had liver cancer and only a few weeks to live. He was asked by a television show, 60 Minutes Australia, if he wanted one last interview before he died. He accepted. When asked about all the murders, which he previously claimed as self-defense, he just confessed to all of them, claiming they were never self-defense. And he had committed the ones he previously denied. Then he passed away a few weeks later, went out listing everyone he killed. It shocked everyone. I would suggest looking him up. He's very interesting. Dennis Rader, also known as the BTK killer. I just need to go read everything about this man, because he has been listed here